I live just 13 miles from Heathrow Airport, so you might expect me to oppose the construction of a third runway due to the increase in air traffic. However, I feel quite the opposite. This development could ultimately lead to Ed Miliband being ousted from the government. When Rachel Reeves announced the Heathrow expansion, Miliband was noticeably absent, despite most of the cabinet being present. His team claimed he was at meetings, but didn't elaborate. It was a setback for the Energy Secretary, who indicated through his associates that he wouldn't resign, which is unfortunate. While he may not be resigning now, as it becomes clear that we need oil more than we need his leftist rhetoric, he will either resign or be dismissed. I hope it's the latter. Miliband represents the left's disdain for the free market. He advocates for wealth taxes and, as a leader of net zero proponents, he aims to reduce air travel, dislikes cars, and opposes anything that promotes freedom and happiness. Why did Starmer appoint him in the first place? He must have anticipated that there would eventually be a clash between a struggling economy, which needs affordable electricity to thrive, and Miliband, who, along with his allies, prefers to see us suffer rather than utilize North Sea oil. That moment has now come. In a thoughtful piece by Alistair Heath, he argues that the Prime Minister must choose between an increasingly anxious Chancellor and Miliband. There should be no debate. Miliband should never have held such a vital position. It was a significant mistake. We need more runways to accommodate the millions eager to leave the UK. I'm one of them. The notion that we can ban all new petrol cars in under 5 years is absurd. Once, we had a thriving motor industry, but now they can't decide whether to produce hybrids, electric, or petrol vehicles, resulting in a 70% year-on-year drop in production. How terrible is that? There are other alarming signs that Miliband's net zero ideology is damaging our industrial base. Manufacturing output dropped by 8% in September last year compared to 2021, with further monthly declines in 8 of the 13 subsectors. Energy production has plummeted by 28.5% since 2020. As an industrial nation, how can we endure this? The first step is for Starmer to stop behaving like a lawyer and start acting like a leader by dismissing Miliband. This would send a strong message to the country and the world that we are open for business again, and it would certainly infuriate the left. The court's decision to block 2 North Sea oil fields due to unconsidered emissions is utterly ridiculous. All it will accomplish is importing oil from other countries that emit the same amount of pollution. How much more absurdity can we tolerate? I like Trump's motto, drill, baby, drill. In my case, I would tell Starmer about Miliband, sack, baby, sack.